The 10th year of IMS Ibiza continues with day 2 on the hallowed White Isle. Kicking things off with a bang, a panel of elite label reps from Ultra Records, CR2, RNS and Spinning came together in the animated 10-year A&R debate.
Bring something different to the table that we haven't heard before. Instead of competing with 10,000 records, making the record that sounds just like the other 10,000 we've already heard.
For me, this is a contradiction.
Well, I think
this is what I hear. I hear the same records coming out, and everybody wants something else, but it doesn't come.
For me, it would actually be learn to play an instrument. A lot of people that in electronic music can't do that, and I think that expands hugely what they're capable of doing.
I totally disagree that somebody should learn an instrument in order to do electronica. You know, Klaus Schulze is not a composer. You know, he's a nerd. But something new, does it exist? Everything is done.
Afterwards, Bernard Sumner, the lead singer from the iconic band New Order, sat down with me for a fascinating conversation about his career and the memories of recording Technique on Ibiza in 1989.
Amnesia was our weapon of choice. Acid house music had just started, so we expected to come out to Ibiza and hear acid house music, which we didn't. We heard something called the Balearic Beat. We had no idea that Ibiza was going to take off like that. It was just luck. We cut down on touring because we became burnt out with that lifestyle, but then the party scene in Manchester had really taken off. So it was out of the frying pan into the fire.
Next, IMS turned the spotlight on the gender disparity in electronic music with the thought-provoking Balancing the Ratio debate, featuring a panel of women and men from throughout the industry discussing the steps we can take to balance out numbers across the board.
When house music was born, it was probably the most inclusive genre in music at that time. It's surprising that we have this issue.
We don't want more power. We just want to be ourselves. Look at all the branding within dance music. It all tends to be kind of dark and aggressive, and in some cases, sadly, using the female body as a, way to sell.
I don't think we have ghost producers in our scene. A DJ who's traveling a lot and doesn't have the time to check out all the latest sounds and the plugins. You might be not the best in Logic, you might be not the best in mastering. That's not ghost producing, that's co-producing.
We always say, tell people ahead of time, use your scheduled live feature or make a post. Say hello to the commenters by name and respond to their comments.
So the algorithm actually works with you if you are not trying to game it. If you're putting authentic stuff up there, if you're not doing clickbaity stuff.
We're now over 700 million people using Instagram every single month. And those people are generating over 95 million photos and videos every single day.
How do we build artist brands? How do we build a deeper connection between the artist and the fan on these streaming services? And how do we create this a more active, engaging digital experience? And I think the answer is code moving forward.
One thing is about the reproduction of the music and how the audience can access the music in new ways, but also how the musician can have a new relationship with the computer. We have computers.
So we have a really solid underground scene between techno and house. EDM, it mainly work on the festival scene.
All the economies, environment and political in South America, they're really complicated. You need to work, unfortunately, on the short term.
And day 2 concluded with a keynote interview with the legendary duo Masters at Work, hearing their stories on pioneering the underground and their modern-day adaptations to the evolving world of house and techno.
I mean, it seems like there's a MAAC revival going on.
I mean, I think it's great that, the younger generation is reaching out, and for them to look up to us the way they do is really a wonderful, thing.
There was no boundaries, everybody partied together, they went to the club, all the music just gelled, Get inspired, but create your own vibe.
Kenny and Louie, Masters at Work, you are the recipients of this year's Pioneer Award.
Thank you. Don't forget you can join the conversation online with the hashtag IMS10, and we'll see you tomorrow for the final day of IMS Ibiza.